Hi there, welcome to simplyhike.co.uk. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the ISIS range. So let's go through some of the key features, shall we? The tent itself has a 4,000 hydrostatic head, which means for European and UK camping in summertime, it's absolutely perfect. As long as it's pegged, it's pitched and it's tight, taut should I say, you shouldn't have any issues with waterproofing whatsoever. The poles themselves have the Power Flex poles, so they're nice and lightweight, nice and flexible, but they can take quite a lot of pressure without them splitting. So that's quite a nice little tech feature to have on a family-sized tent. If we go through some of the other key features, so obviously we do have two quite large porch windows, which are really nice. They're going to let a lot of light in, as well as having a nice big window on the side there. So in the living quarters, it's going to be nice and bright. You obviously have a front entrance, but as well, you have a side entrance. So depending on where you're pitching and where you're camping, and obviously the style that you're camping in, you have two entry points, which is always a nice feature to have. Obviously as standard, you do have a vent port at the back in order for you to have ventilation throughout the whole tent, especially during the night time. Let's take a look at the inside, shall we? Right, so I'm now inside the tent. As you can see, it's nice and spacious, lots of headroom and lots of space either side. Let's take a look at the sleeping area, shall we? So, obviously traditional with most Vango tents, it's nice and spacious, obviously depending on the size tent that you get. But what is as standard is you do get the toggle split system here. So if I show you here with that. So what you can do is pop that up and you can have two separate sleeping areas, or pop it down and then you can have one sleeping area. And to be fair, you'll probably be able to get one, possibly two, well definitely two double air beds, and maybe even a single air bed if you go for the bigger model. Obviously, which is quite nice as well, is this little feature here, nice little storage section. Obviously you do get the traditional storage mesh pockets on the side for your keys and everything, and obviously you do have the mesh panel in the back, which helps for ventilation in the sleeping area. But just something like this, it's quite a nice little touch, quite a nice little technical design. You know, you can have it for all your living space area, which is quite a nice little bit of kit. Right, so let's actually talk about the living area. Obviously with the windows at the front and the windows on the side, it makes it really nice and light. So even on a gloomy day like today, it is actually quite nice and bright in here. So even if it's not the best of weather and you're sitting in here, you've got all your family in here, it's actually quite a nice environment to be in. Obviously you've got the main front door, and then obviously you've got the side door here. A nice little feature as well, that the actual side door is meshed, so you can actually have that open for ventilation, but keep the mesh there so no bugs or any nasties can actually creep into the tent, which is a really nice feature. Obviously, as you can see as well, the tent has the TBS system. So obviously, because it's a tunnel tent, if it gets really windy, it can, you know, kind of flap the tent around a bit too much. All you need to do, clip those bad boys in, and that solidifies the tent so it's nice and structurally sound, which is a really nice feature that you only get in the Vango tents. Other than that, it's a really good tent. Another really key feature about the ISIS range, it's got a built-in ground sheet, so you won't get any nasty bugs or anything like that. But the only thing you need to do is make sure you have all the ventilation ports open. You do not want to have all the ventilation ports closed off in the front or in the back, because that would lead to condensation. So you shut them all down, you go to bed for the night, you wake up, you're going to find little droplets of water on the top of your roof, and that's just for you breathing and sweating during the night. If you have the ventilation ports open all times, you can't get that constant nice breeze of air. You won't have any problems with any condensation, and obviously they're all mesh proofed as well, so you won't get any bugs or anything crawling in through there either. So it's all safeguarded from anti-bugs, which is always a nice feature. Any more information, please visit us at simplyhike.co.uk.